All right. All right. All right. All right. Hey, did you want to see something funny? No. No, I don't. Please don't spawn jujus. No. I don't. I don't want to see anything of that. One gay person on the wall. Just kidding. That's I did. I'm just waiting for it to go live. Apparently, it's not wanting to go live. Go figure. Is my internet fucking down? No, because it's gay. That's what it is. Is it working? Hello? Hello, hello? Okay. Hello! I made my call. My call was actually just a smidge longer, and then I also decided to go get some notes. And by notes, I mean go back into my live stream and actually rewatch it. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Like I said, to check in immediately right after, I am back. I am here. I am alive. I am awake. It is time to talk about something that I had talked about 2 weeks ago. And that was a very, very small chance that I was going to talk about it. Now, I was actually waiting. And as I previously showcased in the live stream that we just had not too long ago, I actually got messaged by him yesterday to make an update video. So, Tf2Lover for life, as I'm going to do right now. Just for you. All right. All right. So as you guys see, I was asked to make an update video. Now, I normally don't actually follow through that idea here on Buggers Lives. I actually, like I said, I live stream a bunch, and the one biggest thing, I didn't add this, but I don't really care. But biggest thing, though, is I have not talked about this in a month. In 1 month, I haven't talked about this. And I actually had to go back a little bit and kind of like rewatch through everything. But I mean, I'm not going to kind of go through with this, but my biggest thing when creating this live stream was something very, 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 very important. I wanted to rewatch this. So I saw that message yesterday and I kind of rewatched a bunch of this, but I want to go into the parts that actually do matter. Now, I'm going to try leaving everything away. Now, my two theories was that the AI is kind of watching to protect, and the other theory was that they were watchers to harm and protect at the same time. Now, those two were two different things. I don't want to go too far into this. And yeah, so with this being said, I had left the channel off with the final one, which was Closer. And Closer, if anybody remembers, was this. Well, okay, was this. We've been watching your progress. You are closer than you think. We can get rid of all the progress. So be careful. All right. So in this one, this Closer was telling us to be careful of my purpose, our purpose, that we are closer than what we think. And guess what the title of that last one was? Closer. We are the closest we could be to whatever this is. Now, these videos are pretty short. I'm not going to go all over them again, but the ones I wanted to mainly look at was the first encounter, Half-Life incident. And that was one of them I wanted to talk about. The other one I want to talk about is the later on down the road, we were given the give questions thing. And we have not had any questions asked except for two different ones that I talked about. And this was 3 months ago. And Tf2Lover said, bot crisis, like the training bots, what could they be doing wrong? Now, what we do know is that Tf2Lover is in 2015. Now, 2015 is kind of what we thought about because he did state it in his community tab, and I haven't checked that one either since then. But then he also talked about TF2 fixing due to a ghost bug. And unfortunately, the person that stated this, Lapsol is his name, he did not have the title at all for that. So when we had ended it off, I stated that the spirits were possibly harming him or maybe stealing the bodies of his characters to maybe interact in a certain way. Now, we have no other information. We do know, though, that it got captured. We also know, though, that the soldier seems to have been taken as well. Something else we have to talk about is the entity was also captured at a certain point, and we can see here that he added the heavy. It was immediately killed in a very brief 9-second thing. I think it was like 13 seconds or something. It was some really, yeah, it's right here. So right here, we see that this guy had just gone up into his face, ate the heavy, and this is what we learned later on would actually create something that we would soon have. But on top of that, we notice at the very end that there is not just one, but more of him. So that is something we also talked about. At the end, though, we were given something very, very important, a Google Doc. And I have the Google Doc right here. Now, as of right now, the findings that we have is from Tf2Lover that there is multiple entities. Entities cannot go into Half-Life 2 as of yet, as of what we know. Entities are uploading videos on his channel. There is 2 invisible entities and scout entities are enemies. Invisible entities and scout entities are enemies. Entities can shapeshift, as we've seen from that red spot or sniper. Gmod is not opened as of now and cannot be reopened. TF2 training bots are definitely sentient too. But it states here, and this is something new that I actually looked on the live stream that we did, the Google Doc, and I'm going to see if I can re-find it. Here it is. Something I do want to mention is it stated previously, the spooky YouTube channel is not a part of the investigation, but is my friend. On the new thing, it says the YouTube channel is not part of the investigation, but is my friend. So, what does that mean? There's a bunch of different things I want to go into, but in our findings, something that we can state is that Potato 47's note was, can you make videos made by the entities unavailable? And TF2 responded, well, me and all the other investigations going on, so I better keep them going. I noticed this little kind of jumble up text, and I stated this originally that I don't know what that means. But then in my video idea for the Google Docs, I had found that the language that we were given through was information. And I do actually want to make a note. I actually don't recall this. Oh, yeah, that's right. This was this. I remember now. It's been a fat minute, so yay. But I do actually remember this. This was the language of this that translated into let's get to know you. And also, you love la 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 music 4 times in the Spy Is Dancing video. We also had this one link, which I actually did find on my own, which I'm not going to sit there and lie. That took me far too long. And which actually led to this video, which was named Replication. Now, this is an unlisted video, and as we can see, it looks like the entity is trying to replicate itself in many different entities, or different creatures, I guess it's consumed. One of the biggest ones, though, was the heavy. Something I do want to talk about is the fact in case scenario that the sound at heavy is the loudest. As all the other ones, if I'm correct, weren't loud at all. No. But the one that makes the most sense is the last one, because Heavy's character was in the previous video, which was entity captured. So we do see this thing trying to replicate. But with that being said, I decided to sit down, go through from the 26 videos to the 31 that we have now. So we have 5 videos as of creating this, meaning 1 video is unlisted in this list by the looks of it, because I do actually remember when I ended off that stream, there was 26. So there is additional videos that are completely unlisted. So for the rest of the time, I'm going to dig deep into this. My theories are 1 or 2. Theory 1 is the entities are some of them are good trying to defend Tf2Lover, but have to take precautions like maybe replication or some other thing along that. My other theory is that the entities are all trying to harm Tf2Lover, and in doing so want to take over his games and spread to more people. That was kind of the 2 theories I threw along, but I was so tired after streaming for far too fucking long. I mean, dude, that was 2 hours and 40 minutes of streaming. So, these are the ending thing, and this is where we're going to go for, and this is how we're going to do it. I'm going to actually look down in the community tab first to see if there was anything else that was added to the community. Now, as of a reminder, community tab is completely out of fourth wall. It's meant to not be a part of the ARG as well. So with that being said, let's move on with the community tab. So, you motherfucker. Seriously, thank you, Tf2Lover, for adding me. That's awesome, really. I have not touched this in 2 weeks for this exact reasoning, though, where I really just wanted to sit down and be like, yo, hey, I found this thing on YouTube. I'm just sitting, I started streaming. I'm like, I don't have any plans. And I saw this and I was like, dude, I'm pulling it up. We're going to live stream this. So it looks like nothing has changed except for, you know, check me out. Here it is. Check me out, boy. So he's trying to work the. Okay, just joking. Check me out though. Seriously, there it is. I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory. Looks like he was live. Oh, there's a live stream. He was live. I did not see this live. Hold on, we're gonna watch this. I don't know if anything kind of scary happens. I do see text. Oh, his friend Spooky's back. We'll sit down, we'll watch all of this again just to see. I feel like this is his Gmod video, though. I could be wrong. No, this was a complete live stream. There is no notes on here, so it does look like they're messing around. Oh, hold on. Let's go back. Nope. Okay, so it does look like shark tornadoes, and then he says, "Oh, hi, TFL F4 out." Oh my gosh, words are hard, guys. Seriously. And then he said, "Hello, I'm live." Oh, really? Yep, cool. And then he states, so I think the thing is gone from Gmod. Okay, so it does look like originally my idea was that it was definitely gone from Gmod. And it does look like that's the case here. And we have a stoppage. And then he goes on. I could totally tell you that he must have live streamed through OBS, only because OBS is the only one that's so nice. Now, of course, I don't want to get copyrighted striked or hit like that because YouTube is really stupid. We're gonna skip to parts that I actually notice a bunch of text just to make this super easy for my eyes. So we'll skip there. Spooky, not again. I just put lights in the DR. Hello? Yes. What do you want? Hold up. You want me to ask about the sniper bot? This is to the viewers. Don't ask me about the sniper bot. This is to the viewers. Interesting. Interesting. So now we're going to keep going. He doesn't respond. Okay. It doesn't say anything till here. Whisk away. Whisk away. Whisk away. Should give it a name. It probably leads to the name that's right here. Lol. The dying is always a lol. Lol. Is it stupid? Well, that's a silly question to ask. Speaky's like, is this bot stupid? I am. I said ask away. I did. Talking to the viewers. Viewers. Okay. I did. Oh. Sun realization. Oh, I see. Now, question, was he also responding? Hi, I've been wanting to ask you about the sniper bot. Hello, Gordon Freeman. Elliot. Yes. Okay, so have you seen it anymore in like Half-Life or TF2? Okay, is it gone? I haven't seen it in TF2 or Half-Life. Okay. So this is a very good point. I'm actually going to stop because I'm going to go to the freaking part which I want to know if anybody has asked this question. Today is November 17, 2004. So I just got back from the store because today I needed a PC upgrade. You can see that there's a lot of Half-Life 2 sense. I'm thinking it's maybe a sniper from the new game from the trailer TF2. Hey, Tf2Lover, can I add you? You should take a break. All right, so it does look like it's slowly getting more and more framey. So remember how this is smooth, right? The further we keep going, the framier it gets. So it does look like something is going to happen. Because if you guys remember, the more that something happens, the worse the frames get. Right? So we do notice this, and then this is the end of the live stream. Now, as of now, I was not a part of this live stream, as I stated. I don't normally just like jump on the gun, and I was very busy that day. Yeah, I was believe it or not, you want to know this fucked up part? I was working that day, and I had just worked the 11th through. I had worked 5 days, 50-hour week. I was like, ah. So he was live for this. Now, this is interesting. Because remember in the Google Docs where I said that the TF2 bots are sentient, but at the same time, though, as of right now, it is not in Half-Life 2. It has not been in Gmod or TF2. What about Counter-Strike? This is a good question I should be asking. What about Counter-Strike? Because if you guys remember, the Counter-Strike idea, as he states, he does not like Counter-Strike. So who knows? He also has a Discord too. Uh-oh. I'm gonna have to check that Discord out then, anyway. But I want to mention that because this is very, very important for understanding this. I wonder if it's not there. But I digress. We have 4 videos to check. The live stream, I think, was mainly just as a, hey, let's ask questions. Let's figure this out. Was there any other information? Blah, 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 blah. Let's figure this out. Seriously. So there's a playlist and it's P1. Oh, there's parts. Okay, so what's the last? Okay, these are part P1. This is part 1, guys. So part 1 ends after this video. So let's get into the part 1 finale, and then this is part 2 as of now. So DMX. What the heck? It's like nothing. What is going on? What the what? Is this the sniper entity? Wait a minute. Hold on. Is there, uh-oh. Do you guys remember what side he was standing on? Was it the red side? I actually kind of hold on. I do want to ask this question because he was standing in the middle on the red side. And then in this one, look, if we go back, it actually looks like that he's trying to like shoot something too. Is there anything? Roll. There's no copyrighted at all, or closed captions. Look at that spot dance. He says spot dance, spot dance, spot dance, spot dance, spot. Fuck. Interesting. There's also this. What is this? DMX encoded binary 5 format SFM season 20 or session 20. Session settings, clip bin, camera. Oh god, this is just a long fucking line of text, isn't there? How big is? Oh god. Oh no. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. There has to be something in this book. Look. It keeps going. Look at this text though. Hold on, if I zoom out. It just keeps going. Oh, it stopped. It just gets like, wait, but yeah, but see, look how that goes. Oh, I think we're stopped. No, we didn't. It just like keeps on going. This is something interesting. Now, I do wonder if this has any sort of note. This DMX encoder binary format SFM session 20. So I don't really know how to read this, if that's what people are wondering. But this is interesting too. Because I think these are all the names behind it, right? Monoplay medic. Medic? That says medic. Emotion shared, read only, visible, presence, DME, presence, silence, procedure, control values, lips, V, left value, lip, low, love. Yeah, I think there's something interesting with this, but I digress. I don't really know the Google Drive unless this is something, like I stated, that is something. But I knew he would turn out to be an ARG. These lights are saying 16 lazy purple. Yeah, I noticed that too. Something I do want to mention as well is as soon as he enters blue base, that same effect when the guard gets close. He's really close. He's like, the screaming sort of thing. So as I said, this just seems really weird. And on top of that, though, the sniper is also like folding in on itself. It's kind of like brip, 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 brip. So it's trying to like put down his gun for a secondary weapon or his melee, but it just only has the gun. Something else that I also want to mention too is this is kind of the same spot that the heavy was standing in. Now, I don't know if that was a significant point or part, but I want to bring this up because look how he flies. He flies dead center with the other opening and then flies out. And at the end, we see him immediately turn and look at the map and look how far he is. That's a pretty far distance, seriously. He loses everything, but we notice that he's going away. So I wonder if he's trying to get to an area that he hasn't. So, like, I guess the best way to explain it is that other ARG, I don't remember the name, but the watermelon guy, the scout dude, the scout guy that kind of like goes through the mouse through the doors. But in this case, the sniper entity is trying to get out of this map by leaving the confines of the map into maybe another map. Part 1 ends though with this one. I don't know how the hell you pronounce that. A fedora. The spy's fedora, to be more exact. What the fuck? Oh, that's a part of the soldiers. Meet the Soldier. Those are the heads a part of Meet the Soldier. Interesting. Oh, base 64. Hold on. If I can fucking base. See, look. Base 64 decoder. Decode? Oh, fuck. The spy goes to the skies. I hate the sniper. He's the worst class. 2 OP. Someone else? Evil Spy Dance doesn't care. If you look up, there's the sniper entity. There's also subtitles. Entry Spy Dance. Wait, there's oh, hello. Hold on. Look up at 4. Entry Spy Dance. Oh my god, dude, yeah. He's right here. A longing. Motion editing animation. Interesting. Hold on. Has anybody else? It's Spy Dance. I wonder what that can mean. Epic. Translate to English. Epic Day. How do I decode? Decipher. Base 64. The spy goes to the sky. I hate the sniper. He's the worst class. Yeah. Hey, man, I'm trying to make a video of your ARG. I think it's really cool and interesting. So I was wondering if I can interview you on Discord. You're okay with that? Yes, you can interview me and just send me a message on Discord. This is interesting. This is seriously interesting under what I think is something because because here's something else that we should mention with that channel. When Spy Dance happens, these are names of videos, right? Because look. Entries of video, right? Remember these names. Entry, Spy Dance, a longing, and motion editing animation, right? So here we go. Motion editing animation, Spy Dance, entry, and then a longing. But let's put this into order, right? I'm actually going to grab my sticky note. Now I'm going to grab a new sticky note because grab a new sticky note just crashed. No, it didn't. It's loaded. Let's grab a new one. Let me do something really quickly. Now, of course, I'm going to do it like this. I'm going to rewatch. Fuck, not that one. Wrong one. So, the way that this is ordered. What the fuck is this? Not the video I clicked on. All right. So, I'm going to do this in ways that I understand. Yes! MEA. We'll do it like that. Yeah. We also know that this is a part of Spy Dance. Okay. And I think what this is stating is the fact of case scenario. of what's all happening. Yippee! And this is with the base 64, which I'm just gonna go ahead and control paste it in. So okay, I pressed space by accident. Whoops. Decoded. So this is the order we should be actually watching the videos. I honestly think that's how we're supposed to be watching these. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna watch these in order and figure this out. There has to be something new. Seriously. There's nothing in here. There's no subtitles, so we're just watching. What is Morse code? No, not that. What is the Morse code in image? Yeah, this one. This works. The only reasoning I'm asking is because listen to that ending. Listen to when he falls. So he does boop, and then a dash, and then boop, boop, boop. So boop, dash, boop, boop, boop. Boop, 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 dash, boop, boop, boop. Hey, is there a boop, dash, boop, boop, boop? Right? That's how that goes, right? Like, that's how the... I didn't fucking... Boop, 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 boop. So it could be 4 boops, which is H. Now, it could also be a number, too. I didn't think about that, too. But I'm looking for boop, dash, boop, 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 or boop, boop, or boop, 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 boop. It could be dot. Dot would be E, and then boop, boop, boop would be S. So ES. I want to bring this up too because I'm just thinking of different ideas that goes. Then I'll keep that. I'll do like 1 and then dash 111 so that I understand it. In again my own ways. Next is Spy Dance, and we do actually have subtitles for this one, which is in Korean. And this is.
Ты не знаешь эту песню? Давай пой со мной. I love my sandwich. I love to sing
Which we already know about, but
I love the Uber. I love to drink and
also seriously.
I heard you call me fat.
So in the subtitle, we also know exactly what it is because, as I've stated, we already know in the subtitles we know that it's "You love la 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 la" and then the music 4 times. So we do know that one.
I love my sandwich.
I'm gonna skip through because we already know this one pretty dang well. It's just spy dancing. Afterwards, we go into the very next video, which is elonging, which is actually what we see after entry. So we know the entry is the part with the scout. In elonging, though, I think this is the one where, yeah, the sniper. The sniper entity. Hey, you know what also I just now thought? Look at where we're at. Look at exactly where we're at. Do you guys remember this map? Hey, do you remember what the last video was that we watched? Spy Dance in reverse. That is a very, very serious thing to think about. Because look at where our character jumps off. I stated that I think this map is just kind of like something around that line or some shit. I honestly think now this is something crazy. This is seriously something crazy. Because this map has to be the origins of the bot. If you sit down and think about it, right? this map is the origins of the bot. It has to be. Because if I'm correct, this map is also a part of 2 other maps that you played beforehand because it's the finale. And we see it in when we know that the sentience of it is that we kind of know already. Now, I also want to state as well, if I'm correct, this is the map. We also know too that the snipers. Oh, see, look at this. 3 months ago, we had this. I did not think much of it. Bro has an ARG potential. Breaking character. It is an ARG. Yeah, we know. One man cheeseburger puck. So we actually know the location of the sniper because this is the same map that he's been playing this whole time. So when the video TF2's normal again starts, look what ends up happening. And I just thought about this. TF2 becomes all glitchy, right? And we see this in the first encounter, second encounter. We have the some news part, and then we see him kind of go through different things until we end up with Negatory. Negatory is the only one that we end up seeing that Tf2Lover has no comment about. I don't think anything is brought up, but remember the ending of
Negatory!
this. We know that he's an SFM animator, and so he's throwing in little shade like here and there. But the biggest thing we should be talking about is the fact case scenario that the map that he's on when shit hits the fan is either 2-4 or I think this is Dust Bowl. I don't know the map off the top of my head. But Dust Bowl is the biggest thing we should be talking about because everything that happens is on Dust Bowl. And again, I think it's Dust Bowl. Please quote me wrong in the comment section or right now in chat. I think what's happening is any sort of incidents that we are having is with Dust Bowl. Now, that being said, I'm going to watch MEA, which is motion animation.
Maggots!
Hold on. I said it out loud. Every single video that we watched, I think even Spy Dance, was a part of Dust Bowl. I honestly think this is Dust Bowl. I think what's happening is this is Dust Bowl. Now, I'm also looking at the order that it's placed, and I don't see, like, any sort of acronym that could be made. Maybe MACE, if you really wanted to. But something about this sniper is really interesting because, oh, dude, look at that first second, too. Look at this. Hey, that's the sniper. Has anybody brought that up? If you look up, there's the sniper entity. There's also subtitles. 10. Yes, we know that one. I'm also, I'll put this on a purple fries. Or not purple fries, Jake. What was it, 2? Like, I don't really remember. 3, 4. That's how that rolls, right? Yeah. All right. I fucking, gosh darn it. Of course I'd fuck that up really quickly. Because, dork. There it is. So, yeah. This is really interesting. Because the location of Spy Dance is also not told to us in this video. It's in Dust Bowl. We know these locations. It's all a part of the same map. Every one of these is the same map. Do you guys remember where motion editing spot was? If you look, it is the exact same location he is standing in. So reverse Spy Dance is the same spot we've been seeing this whole time. There's not a single thing at all. What these 4 have in common on my notepad, what these 4 have in common is they're all on Dust Bowl. I swear to God, I'm wrong. I'm pulling up Steam. Hold up real quick. Do I even have fucking Left 4 Dead 2 downloaded? Or Left 4 Dead 2? TF2. No, I don't, do I? Unless it's under shooters. I don't have TF2 downloaded because I deleted it for fucking Dead Rising 3 and Resident Evil Revelations. Put that bitch back. We're looking it up. Yeah. I am right. It's Dust Bowl. I'm looking at Dust Bowl. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna put this bit back. I'm gonna put this bit back because this is very, very important in understanding Dust Bowl. So this is Dust Bowl, right? That don't look like Dust Bowl because I can't really fucking see. That is not Dust Bowl. So, looking at Dust Bowl, right? This is Dust Bowl. This is all a part of Dust Bowl. Now, I also want to mention, too, that we actually have some differences in Dust Bowl, it looks like, by the different things. But this is Dust Bowl, period. This is one of the maps you can play on your own with Dust Bowl. So we're going to keep that in mind as well. Because Dust Bowl seems to be now a bigger map than what I originally thought. I didn't think about Dust Bowl at all. I completely forgot about Dust Bowl. And I think the only reasoning that it makes the most bit of sense is because Dust Bowl's the main one that you can play with bots. That's what most people do. They just play Dust Bowl. I know because I play Dust Bowl. And when my friends and I used to play, lane shit, when we were basically across the room from one another, we would always play Dust Bowl and try beating each other on the red team. I think it's red. It could also be blue. Whichever one was the attackers. But I want to make that known because this is very serious. So moving on, we have Half-Life trailer re-uploaded. This is something interesting. We are now out of part 1. I think we are so close to understanding it that we're missing the actual point of part 1. But I think my point is that this sniper entity is not looking to actually harm. It's looking to harm the entities that are harming. I think the sniper entity is the biggest thing possible. The spy is so OP, in quotations, of course. You guys can't see me because I don't have a camera, but the sniper is so OP that it wants to kill any entities that are overpowered itself, but not just spies. We actually see this in the DMX thing because if you look, one of the videos is called Roll. And this is, I don't know what words I can physically state because I don't even know where the fuck anybody got Roll from. I am my head out. I think the biggest thing to state is this entity is powerful, but maybe for the wrong reasoning. Maybe the entity is only powerful because it needs to be powerful enough to take out these other entities that we have here. Like on here, we have the entities cannot go into Half-Life 2, right? So maybe it's trying to enter Half-Life 2 to take the power from Half-Life 2. Or maybe it's trying to take out these other entities like the Invisible and Scout, maybe the shape-shifting one, maybe the bots. I feel like the idea behind it is interesting to me, but I digress. Let's move on, and then I'll have kind of final thoughts again later on to Half-Life trailer re-uploaded. Hold on. I'm going to stop. I'm putting on subtitles. It's on English. Hey, yo, hold on. Stop. Immediate stop. You guys see that in the bottom left? URL in bottom left. What does it say? The clearest I could see the link. 25. Oh my God. Looks like the URL, but isn't it too long? It's just the original Half-Life trailer, sadly. Damn it. I noticed that immediately. Oh, fiddlesticks. What now? You should try to make a copy of maps if you know how to use hammer. If you want to slightly, yeah, whatever. P. Hold on, I didn't even start reading this. There's also the closed caption. Whenever I see something, I'm gonna try writing it down. So that I can read it.
Let's get the hell out of here. Okay, I better wait here and help anyone else who comes by.
If I were a braver man, I would run for the surface. But I'm afraid if the world finds out what we were doing here, Gordon... Well, please, just don't make me come with you. Well, it does seem there is something to chaos theory after all, yes? I hear something.
Okay, why not? Didn't want to die alone anyway. Open fire! Okay, I'll secure this area.
All right. So I got everything that didn't really make sense. I have he a f on a. I don't really know if this means anything, but I've decided to go ahead and just do this. This is everything I could find that didn't match what, like character speaking or anything like that. Now, I don't know if there's anything with the character speaking, but let's make that known as well. Because yeah, I don't know. There is a transcript here. And we had other ones that I probably missed. So let's read these. So he a hell out of here. That makes sense. But here is left alone too. So that should be before F here. And then that, okay, I better wait here and help anyone else who comes by. If I were a braver man, I would run for the surface. But I'm afraid if the world finds out what we're doing here, Gordon, but please just make sure. Don't. Oh my God, Gordon, but please just don't make me come with you. Well, it does seem there is something to chaos theory after all. Yes, I hear something. Okay, why not? Didn't want to die alone. Oh my God, this English is between two characters and it's confused the fuck. Anyway, open fire. Okay, I'll secure this area. Then it goes F, which is this part where he dies. the music, and then on, which is, I don't know, and then A, which is the ending. So, I don't think here is actually something I need to worry about, though. Oh, fuck, I've died. I know this is manually typed. This isn't auto-generated bullshit. But if it is, then okay, cool, that's different. But the thing I have right now is he A, F on A. Whatever the fuck that means. I don't think that's really going to be important, though, since I mean, closed captioning was used for some of the things on the inside. But I don't know if that's going to be a matter, so we're going to move on to the final one, which apparently I watched. I might have been asleep because I like to watch shit when I'm, going to go to bed. So let's watch TF2 with Spooky. Now, actually, beforehand, I already noticed this. I'm going to do something really quickly. And hey, that's a URL link. I'm showing the transcript. Do meta come on, man, chit music. Let's keep this on so we can watch.
Doctor! Medic! Ah, come on, man! Medic! Ah, come on, man!
Whoa. Whoa. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. What? Huh? Of course they're in Gmod. It's pretty obvious by the sounding, but
Doctor!
that dude has a CH when he's pulling it. What is that? Well, it's obvious. It's a sniper entity. But then he shoots. Not once. Watch Spooky. Watch Spooky. He shoot. Spooky dies, but then listen to what happens at the end. He immediately gets shot too. Can't believe he killed the cow as well. It's very, very... There are 444 frames in this video now. When I say I eat more veggies than there are frames in this video, you're talking about eating more than 444 veggies. But let's think about that for a second. That's a lot of veggies. Imagine holding 444 pears, for example. That's basically a small mountain of green. Jesus Christ, Tf2Lover alive. You really dragged him. What did Spooky see the sniper? This is interesting. And the reasoning I state this is because I stated originally that, my two theories, that he's trying to kill or killing. And I think I might have a new theory. I'm going to keep that in the back of my head because I don't think this theory lines up. But that was all the content as of 2 weeks ago. Now, I still think something is to do with this, though. So I'm going to line up my new theory with something I want to talk about in particular. Tf2Lover for life himself. Whenever the entity is around him, it acts in one way. And I'm not talking about I'm not talking about the guard. I'm not talking about the scout. I'm talking just about the sniper entity. Whenever Tf2Lover for life is there, something should be mentioned immediately. Tf2Lover has not had any sort of negative pushback until his friend Spooky is playing with him. Now, what do I mean by that? Let's talk about Spooky. Now, this is very important for people to understand. Spooky has not been a part of any real video except for 3 maybe off the top of my head. Gmob with my friend, the TF2 with Spooky, and then I actually don't think there was a third one. Well, except for the live stream, but something I need to mention though is because of this. The game that they always played together was Gmod. But in this one, they're playing TF2 with Spooky. But look at what map they're on. They're on 2 Fort. Remember my original 2 maps I stated, which was 2 Fort and Dust Bowl? Those 2 maps are where the entity lays. When the sniper goes out of bounds, which side do we know it goes out on? That's right. It goes out of the blue side to red side, right? Now, if we look at where this sniper is landed, it's on the blue side, right? So this means that this entity has gone around the map multiple times to find a possible area to escape from, get away from, or something else along that line, right? Which means that we have more than enough evidence to state my third theory. That Tf2Lover for life is actually being protected by the sniper. Now, what do I mean for that? If we look back in this video, what character is Spooky playing as? I think you guys can guess this. It was the scout. Oh, what entity was hostile again? Oh, the scout. So something I want to bring up is I actually have a theory, and I might make this a small video just to do. My theory is that Tf2Lover for life, or Tf2Lover from here on out, Tf2Lover is actually being protected in such a way by the sniper entity, but the reasoning is because the sniper entity has more devious actions later on in its time. Now, again, this is just a theory. Theories are only meant for throwing out there, not for the actual thing. It's not facts. But the theory is that Tf2Lover saw the entity. The entity immediately knew that it was going to make it a hostile-based experience, but it couldn't prove those factors until later. Now, something else I want to mention is part 1 ended with Spy Dance, technically. And we see the sniper multiple times in this thing. We don't see it here, but in the very next one, we actually see what looks to be like the sniper when he was chasing after the entity in, I think it was Elonging. Yeah, in Elonging. So this means that the sniper is trying to defend Tf2Lover for life away from the scout and invisible entities long enough for maybe the sniper to take control of Tf2Lover. Now, that's an idea. That's a theory, again. That is not a real theory, but that is a theory that I have when it comes to this. Now, I'm not saying that's the actual theory. I'm not saying that is the dumbest theory. I'm not saying it's the true theory. I'm not even saying it's fact. I'm just bringing this up because in part 1, we actually see a lot. Why did it get captured? Not once, but twice. Let's look at both of those videos as well. An entity captured, we actually see it just standing there. And when it was with the Blue Heavy, which is again, Tf2Lover, what did it do? It took it and tried doing what with it? Replicate it. Because the entity wanted to make Tf2Lover so it could post videos and slander their name, right? The other thing too that we should be mentioning apart with this is in the other video, we've captured it. Something that we stated about had a very, very long time ago that made no sense on why it got captured now makes more sense to me. Because in this third theory, the reasoning that it got captured so easily was because it was Tf2Lover doing it. If it was anybody else, they would be completely shot on sight, demonetized, degraded into stone, burnt to a crisp. This sniper entity is defending our character. But let's also look at this video at the end of it. What does Tf2Lover do? As a scout, mind you, goes up and tries hitting it. But it crashes the game, which allows the entity to escape. So I think what's happened is this. Whenever the entity finds something or that matches what we already know, which is the invisible or the scout entities, it tries to kill it for the beneficialness and safety of Tf2Lover. But what this ends up meaning is it also, as a sniper, hates the spy a lot, which leads us into the video roll. But again, the spy doesn't really matter in this case scenario for this theory because it has no, I would say, significant oomph for this. But the reasoning I bring this up is because that means the sniper is defending Tf2Lover for a certain amount of time until it needs to take control. And in this case, that means it needs to take control of Tf2Lover. In this latest video, we see what happens when someone else plays on TF2 with Tf2Lover. We see that the sniper enemy does not like that. We see that the sniper enemy also sees a scout enemy. And what we know is it doesn't like that. So it immediately does what again? It kills the scout. Once it's done, it stops. Do you guys hear how it stopped? It's done its job. It's killed them. But in order to make sure that Tf2Lover does not continue playing the game with this idea or his friend's idea, what does he do? He shoots him too. He completely blows his brains in. And that is exactly what happens. Every single time Tf2Lover plays and it has the sniper entity, we see what ends up happening. It doesn't mind him because what class does Tf2Lover play as? Heavy. He plays as heavy. So it doesn't matter whatever the Tf2Lover choice is because he never chooses scout. He doesn't choose spy, and he sure as shit doesn't choose those invisible entities, right? Which I actually think is spy in this case scenario. So I want to keep that on fence with this theory too. But with that being said, that means the sniper entity is doing something that nobody else has done before, which is defending our main character. Defending him in such a way that actually makes sense because we see it time and time again. The entity is trying to get out, but the only way to get out is with the help of Tf2Lover. So it knows this, and it's smart enough, and it goes, as the entity, I am smart enough to understand that I need assistance from Tf2Lover in order to do it. But I'm going to use him, not do it the opposite way. And in every last one of these, we see this time and time again. The sniper entity gets caught. It then escapes due to whatever reasoning of our main character, Tf2Lover, or his friends. And then he ends up going back, experiencing all of this stuff again and again, running around, trying to understand it, until eventually he ends up running into the beast over and over and over again. And eventually, what's going to end up happening is it's going to stop. The locations of what the reverse spy dance is the actual video locations. We have every solitude of location for these in spy dance, right? Every last one of these locations is exactly what ends up happening. But we see what ends up happening We know what happens now. We know that the sniper in the first one is standing behind the corner when the scout gets fucking T-boned. We see the spy completely dishonorably discharged and killed because we know what happened. They got killed by the sniper. While we don't see him, we know it. We see in the third one in a longing that the sniper is standing there watching over this invisible entity that is down in the dips. We know that in motion editing, animation, that we see where these heads are. And look how they're presented. They're presented like Meet the Soldier when he's talking to the fence. But here's the thing. We've seen this soldier head so many times in this channel. Do you want to know how many times? Enough times to make a difference, though. We have negatory, motion editing animation. Then we see him no other time until Soldier, which is when he's really broken down in Dust Bowl. And then in here, we know of 3 of their fates. But let's also look at this too. It looks like we have a scout and maybe a medic in this list. 3 of them are soldiers. One of them is the heavy, which is most obviously this face, because that's how many kills it's done. That's how many this entity has killed to represent and showcase to Tf2Lover that is defending him, or it is showing him its trophies in order to prove a point that he is smarter than anybody else out there. This entity is smart enough to kill, to steal, to use Tf2Lover. And that is the point that we should be making here. Because even then, though, the base 64 has it as well. It states, the spy goes to the skies. I hate the fucking sniper. He's the worst class. Or the sniper states, the spy goes to the skies. I hate the sniper. He's the worst class, 2 OP. Something we never thought about is the fact that this entity is only helping to stay as long as possible to get as many kills to then kill Tf2Lover. Maybe not in real life, but to kill all of his games and do it across many of other games, many people's video games, many people's consoles, maybe going through the source code to reach games that Tf2Lover hates, like Counter-Strike, or maybe other ones like Half-Life 1 and 2. But it seems like the entity isn't a part of all games. What I mean by that, though, is when the sniper entity shows up, it's only a part of TF2. When the soldier, the security guard shows up, it's only a part of Half-Life. This entity was given a certain amount of AI, I'm going to state it like that in that case, to represent and showcase it, and then eventually it turns around, gets too bad, and then it starts getting overpowered. And this is why I think the AI was chosen for Sniper, is because of these lines. The spy goes to the skies because the spy was rolled up to the ceiling, right? We actually see this too. If we go back to DMX, which I don't really understand that name, but look at the video that's put under it. It's roll. It's roll. It's roll. What? Why? Why is it roll? Why is roll here? This is something also that I want to talk about. Is roll is such an interesting thing, but look how many times it like shudders back, right? If we were to play this, of course this is annoying, but and of course I'm on normal speed. It is doing something. Right? And this is all the same. It's all the same thing. It's all the same words. It's all the same. But something that we should mention is this video is the last time we've seen the spy as of yet. Because the last time we saw the spy, if anybody remembers, was Spy Dance. We actually haven't seen the spy since. And the spy going to the skies is mostly the words for it has died. The spy is dead. There is no saving it. Nothing, right? the reasoning that it hates the sniper is because he is the worst class. And he is so overpowered that that's the reasoning it's the worst class. And this is why I think with Spooky, it makes it worse. But I didn't mention one very important thing. His friends. Now, last time we checked, we saw Spooky Ghost, and that was it. But we have a new one, Texas Wrangler 21. Now, this is the OG engineer, if I'm correct. This is the before engineer got his really glow up portion. But I really want to showcase the reasoning of why I still think his friends are a part of this. Now, originally, he stated here that the ARG is out of content, and the first thing is, like, blah, 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 blah. Also, Spooky's channel is a part of the ARG, and I stated this originally that it is a part of it. So, with that being said, we're going to go back. We're going to rewind the clock. We are going to see what exactly is going on with these two friends. Now, I have only subscribed to Tf2Lover, as you guys can see on this side, and that's how I'm going to keep it. Because, fuck yeah, I don't really care. But also, this is the much more interesting one. I will join the Discord, and I'm going to showcase that portion just to be on the safe side. But let's go back to Spooky Ghost and see if anything's been updated since. So, we actually do have some stuff. Now, originally, we only saw the demo screen, and you guys can see what that kind of did. It's just a demo screen of, like, Half-Life and some other stuff. It does look like there is some transcript, though. Hold on. We are going to subtitles, Korean, auto-translate. We got Americano. That's not good. What the fuck he at? English, there it is. So that's laughs. What was this? Ah. And then 43, there's something. Whatever that is. What the fuck? Meet the no. All right, that's interesting. So that was exactly what we ended off with 5 months ago. So let's move on with Call of Tf2Lover for life.
What? Hey, I was wondering if you wanted to play with TF2 or something along the lines of that. Maybe D-Melons as well.
That's the reason you called?
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm doing right now?
No. I don't. Wait, the sniper thing? Come on, dude. You haven't seen it forever. Why are you still worried about it?
Because it's uploading video to my channel. It's still here, not gone, okay?
Well, just get over it. Uninstall your things and bring it stolen. Probably, then you'll be good, you know? It's simple. You don't need to worry about this anymore. Hell, you get just a new computer. That will be way faster than trying to investigate this thing, okay?
Well, it's interesting, okay? It's interesting.
Yeah, okay, I get that.
Okay, I'm going to stop right here, and I'm going to fucking ridicule Spooky Ghost. And I don't care. Spooky Ghost, what in the fuck are you talking about, okay? You can't just get a new computer. If it's a part of your Steam ID, you're fucked. And my theory still stands at that, is that it's a part of fucking Tf2Lover's Steam ID. It's part of his games, meaning if he re-downloads it, he re-downloads everything. But seriously, no. This is a great thing that we actually get to learn now, because calling and asking about this actually gives us more evidence and information behind what Spooky Ghost thinks from his point of view. So let's figure this out.
Look, Okay.
So,
How about you hope? That sounds good?
it does not sound good. Look, listen, I don't care about this. If you friends with you anymore, okay? Just get over it. Alright? Play some Gmod. I know it's not in your Gmods. Okay? Play Gmod with me. Forget about this entire thing. Get a new computer, etc. Blah, blah, blah. And then we're done. Yep.
But if I get a new computer, I'll lose all my SFM files. I don't want to lose all my SFM files.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that all. Yeah. That makes sense.
Okay, see, so that's a great point too, is that you get a new computer, you fuck yourself over on everything. Like if I got a new PC, I'd have to re-download everything within like 3 hours, and I fucking hate that myself. I should know because the phones work like that too.
Well, put it in a drive or something, and then put
Okay, so I'm gonna stop because again, my point still stands. If it's part of any code in his computer, it's over for Tf2Lover. And this is something that I have to state over and over again. It doesn't matter because it could be a part of his Steam ID in his Steam games. Trying to put it in a drive and then moving it to a new PC could make it worse, you know, and that's something that
it in
Tf2Lover
a
has
new
not
computer. So
done.
yeah, well, your SSM. Ooh, simple, numb.
Numb?
Just get on
That's supposed to be
Gmod.
dumb.
Alright.
Alright.
I'm gonna take a screenshot. I see it. I fucking see it. I'm so mad. I'm gonna take a screenshot of this because I want to crank the fucking volume on that shit. Oh, you know what? I can, dude. All right, so it says here, dude, look, I'm not stopping the investigation. You got to accept that. Hey, you have to. I think it's taking a toll on your mental health. I'm worried about you. What it says. Of course, you can't see it on this monitor, but I can sure shit attempt to yes. That's not gonna work. I can sure shit attempt to raise it, but I can totally see it on my other screen, and I can see it on OBS. I like how OBS is really showcasing this right now. So the ending says, yeah, it says, dude, look, I'm not stopping the investigation. You gotta accept that. Then he comes on, Spooky Ghost. Tf2Lover states that, so that's the top one. Spooky Ghost goes, dude, you have to. I think it's taking a toll on your mental health. I'm worried about you. This is something that we've not seen from another person's point of view, is how this could possibly be taking a mental toll on Tf2Lover's life. And I think that's interesting because Tf2Lover has not taken the time to stop and understand what is going on. This entity could possibly be making his life worse and do what the one YouTube Minecraft channel did as an ARG, which is take a toll on him, period, cut dry. So I'll keep this in mind as we keep going, but the next episode in this video list of Spooky Ghost is something else. This one was just posted 8 to... Oh no. Okay, we'll keep this in mind. So this is playing in Half-Life 2. There's no NPCs. Uh-oh. Okay, hold on. I do have a quick question. I want to ask this question. Quehon. When did this happen with TF2 with Spooky was 9 days ago. Guess what? 1 day later... Not even physics. Uh-oh. Not even sounds. All right. All right. My idea has now completely changed. Tf2Lovers entity thing, but for my most hated class. I think no. The low quality was not intended, so that's something. Creepy Snoopy. You could get even say scary. I think we now have something even worse. The most hated class for Tf2Lover was a sniper. The most hated class for Spooky Ghost is the engineer. Now we have another channel in this mix. Texas Wrangler 21. Now, I do have an idea, but I want to keep this left alone for a second. So let's continue with pranking Tf2Lover Gmod skit, and we'll go from there. Pranked! For fuck's sake, it's in Korean. Gosh darn it! Thank you for translating it to English. So it says music. Applause S. Can we stop and realize what exactly we're looking at here? I think this is the most interesting fucking video. Why is that, buggers? Well, let's look at what's right in front of us right now. We see Heavy, a White Scout, and a Red NG. We have names for all three of these people. The Blue Heavy is Tf2Lover. The White Scout is Spooky Ghost. The Red Engineer is Texas Wrangler. These three characters are the three characters that are represented in this ARG so far. Something that we should be talking about is I'm gonna write a comment down of who this is. I would love to understand that. Maybe I'll get a response back. Key phrase maybe. But I want this known that these characters are all faced and showed for. If I could spell scout. I didn't get to finish that, of course. I'm a fucking idiot. And that same motion by fucking Spooky Ghost is right there. That's his channel page. That's his actual banner. This is interesting because we actually don't have a lot of other things. See, this is how Spooky Ghost banner is. We don't have a lot of other things. But with this being stated, I think I have a theory. Now, this is going to go a part of my third. My third theory is that the entity is actually helping to a certain point and then stealing. I might have one more. The fact case scenario was that 10 days ago, TF2Lover for Life went live. 2 days later, his best friend, Spooky Ghost, gets a very, very bad scene. I think what happened was Tf2Lover went live on here, right? He goes live. He's playing Gmod with his friend Spooky Ghost. Okay. Nothing happens. And he goes, hey, nothing happened. I'm shooting the sniper. Nothing's happened. I don't think anything's going to happen. So then he's playing TF2 with Spooky. One day later. But it doesn't go out well. Come on, man! Because the sniper appears. But I think now it's not just Tf2Lover. I think it's going to leave Tf2Lover. For one reasoning. The ending. Something I want to mention is that what ends up happening is he does not despawn. In the way I'm meaning this is he does not get removed from the server. He dies. Now, whether that does despawn afterwards, I don't really know. But something I do want to mention is the fact that he just dies. He dies, it stops, but then the sniper takes aim at our dear friend Tf2Lover, the server owner, and does what? Shoots and completely breaks the computer in half. So, what ends up happening afterwards? Well, we already know what happens. Part 1's over. The whole list is done. The ending is Spy Dance. All of the locations in Dust Bowl is all here. It's all here. Every location we've had is either in Dust Bowl or Two Fort. Something that happens is the sniper is trying to take control of Half-Life or something along that line. It's trying to get more control. What ends up happening? Spooky Ghost gets that entity into its software, only to then see it as its least favorite class, its most hated class, the engineer. Something that we have no idea about is what would happen if someone else met the sniper entity. We now have its answer. Now, this is only a mild case of whether or not we'll figure this out in due time. But if the next video that Tf2Lover posts has no entities, or the next set, I should state, has no entities, we know that it is not targeted towards Tf2Lover. The reasoning that it's now targeted towards Spooky Ghost is because of the fact of the case scenario that it was sitting there trying to take its spot as a secondary character and now wants to show Spooky Ghost who the actual problem maker is. Now, on the same subject of that, I also think that something else we should mention is part 1 is completely done. This whole news section is all part 2. And part 2, I think, is going to mainly be about Spooky Ghost and it's not an it, it's a he, his least favorite class. And that's really fucking huge. That's amazingly huge. Why? Well, we know why. The sniper entity finally changed host. The sniper entity finally got another person to get its control. All it has to do now is to do that to more and more and more and more. My third theory, which I actually think kind of goes well with the fourth theory, is that the sniper was only helping Tf2Lover just enough until Tf2Lover had just the right thing and then abused it, changing or getting another quote-unquote host to control. The reasoning that it was waiting so long and why it got captured twice in these two videos is because it was waiting for the right point to sit down and to attack his friend, Spooky Ghost. Now, as a reminder, this is happening on 2-Fort. This is crazy news because this means now that Spooky now has its least favorite class. His least favorite class is attacking him. And now it's taking control. Because what does it do? It turns off his computer. Solidifying the spirit's place in his computer, his games. But do you know what game he's playing? Oh, yeah. Half-Life 2. This is huge ass news. Something I didn't mention originally was the fact and case scenario that I watched these videos and kind of developed my thoughts over time. My first two theories was that the entity was trying to help Tf2Lover, and the other one being that Tf2Lover was a targeted source of this. Theory 3 is now that the entity was using him, but also protecting to a certain point until it could abuse that friendliness, in quotations, and steal another body, another host, another person that he could use in order to satiate its freedom from Tf2Lover. The more that Spooky Ghost barged in, the worse it got. And I think the best video to represent this was the one video that started it all. Its very first words.
We've been watching your progress. You are closer than you think. We can get rid of all the progress, so be careful.
This one spirit states to be careful. But what does Spooky do with Tf2Lover? They're not careful. It doesn't get rid of it. It only strives to steal and get closer to its freedom. And this is why closure is the best way to end this. Only to then lead into the very next set where we see the sniper killing itself. Only to then change its thing, posting the video up of Spy Dance in reverse, showcasing that all of the video locations were on the same map, Dust Bowl. Then we see what happens when it finally gets its chance. They finally play TF2 together. And with that, we know what happens. He gets fucked. He gets grabbed. The entity now has a secondary person to steal from. And this is bad news for Tf2Lover and his friends. Because any point after, it will become a complete sluiceball. Now, I don't want to bug the creator of this. And if he ends up watching these live streams, that's awesome news. And if you're watching this live stream, thank you for watching this like hour-long live stream, basically, again, about Tf2Lover. I have gone off on tangents here and there, but I do want to state I will join the Discord only because of one reason, because I'm silly and I don't really care about much else but looking at fun stuff. But something else I want to talk about is where the story is going. Now, originally I was going to do a video, but then I stopped creating that video. And the reasoning was because I decided against creating a video over it. I thought it still needed some more time to kind of sink in for me. So when I had Tf2Lover respond, hey, you should make an update video or a live stream in this case scenario, I think it was a kind of perfect time to come back from that and kind of see what's ended up happening over time. Now, with this being stated, I also want to mention that the creators are doing it in a weird way in my kind of eyes. Now, I want to mention the part 1 versus part 2. There is every single video in part 1, and this is an ARG, and I honestly do not mind this. But something I do want to mention though is that this video set is only like 28 videos. But unfortunately, it is a long 28 videos. Like there are some videos that are 12, or some videos that are 4, some that are 8. And then there's like 30-second ones here and there. I would love the creator, Tf2Lover, to not put in a part system. And what I mean by that is to take all the playlist and rename it. And the reasoning I state that is because that doesn't really give you kind of a good part to end on. In a way, it should be kind of renamed something else in my eyes instead of like P1, because that's pretty obviously part 1, which we all know what my P key is. But I think as a part 1, ending it off on closer is actually the best thing to do. And the reasoning I'm stating that is because what ends up happening is very interesting. The reasoning that we got really close to this supposed entity, this beast, this thing, to then only have 2 other people included with this. Now, I don't know if Texas Wrangler is going to be a part of this ARG any bit further than maybe Skits or something. But since he's a part of this, I'm going to believe that eventually, yes, he will be a part of this. Now, his friend Spooky Ghost is an interesting base person because, well, it's interesting nonetheless. And I think the live stream is mainly just asking questions and stuff like that. Now, again, I did not get to the live stream during that time because, again, I was working that day and I had like a 10-hour work shift to work. Well, actually, it was more like 12, but I had another work day. And again, I only really live stream on Sunday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And I really wanted to make a kind of relaxation day after I got home because I had worked like 50 hours by that point. Like 4 days in a row plus a 1 on a Monday. So it was really shit for me. But, I was not able to watch that live stream, and I am sorry for that because I would have really honestly had some questions to ask. And of course, Buggers Live is not really used as a like watching channel, as you guys can see. I only really have like a couple different things. The actual Buggers Live one though has more, and it's all funny. It's silly. That's kind of like everything that ends up happening. This one has more of it, but I just kind of don't really showcase any of the other channels I'm subscribed to. So with that being said, Tf2Lover is on a very interesting point, and this is where thoughts, ideas, and shit's going through my head. I might honestly make a video for the creator, if you're still watching this, of course, creator by this point. I might make a video, but not next month, unfortunately, because as people know, Spooktoberfest is coming by for me, and if you guys know what Spooktoberfest is, it's where I like to play a bunch of spooky shit before Spooktober, upload it as videos, and then go from there. I do want to maybe spend a day rewatching every clip, writing it all down. Of course, skipping the main parts that don't really add anything of note. But something I do want to mention is this Google Doc. Now, this is very, 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 very interesting. This Google Doc has been updated since the last time I've seen this. And the reasoning I'm stating that is because something here is interesting. Now, of course, it's all pretty interesting, right? This bullet point was mine. We already know this one. This one was Potato 47, right? But something I want to mention is the fact of 2 changes in the name. His findings and then the us findings. Something I want to mention is in his findings portion, he says the YouTube channel is not part of the investigation, but is my friend. Now, as of whatever the 2-3 days ago, 8 days ago, we now know that his friend Spooky Ghost is now a part of this investigation. Now, I don't know if Texas dude is going to be a part of the ARG. Texas Wrangler 21 is going to be a part of the ARG as well. I do think that it will be, but not, of course, right now. But what this means for us is several different key points. Something else that we should mention is under your findings, we did not have this portion right here. But what this means is, as of right now, we have none that we could physically showcase, because if he does, it crashes his PC. Now, with this being said, like stated and showcased and blah, 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 my point stands that as of right now, his friend is becoming a targeted person now. What this entity wants is still unknown. We really don't know if it's wanting power or if it's trying to showcase itself in a more, showable way. Something else we should mention too is the fact that this entity is still creating videos. And with that, we might see more on Spooky Ghost's channel as of right now. Now, what does this mean for us here at Bugging Buggers, Buggers Live, or the PAI, Protection Agency Incorporation? Well, that means really a lot of different fucking things. Number one, this is going to be a very interesting ARG from here on out, because this entity has now been shown to jump from person to person by interacting with another person. It could then change later on down the road to what we might know it is now. On top of that, though, we also know that this is definitely taking a mental toll on Tf2Lovers for life thing, and we can kind of see it under this stuff where it is. And Spooky Ghost is definitely really, really terrified about that. So we want to make the points very clear that we have no idea what is going to happen. But something I do want to mention about this too is Spooky Ghost is now a part of this investigation. From here on out, if anything ends up happening to Spooky Ghost, hopefully we end up seeing it. But as of right now, 8 days ago, we know what happened to Spooky Ghost. We actually see it because 9 days ago he played with Spooky on TF2, the game where the entity was hiding on 2 Fort, to be more exact. We actually know that he's stayed on 2 Fort because in the very last one, what we see is him showcasing the spots he was existing at before he ended up being on 2 Fort and stuck there. In Spy Dance, he's able to showcase the locations that he was at, but he cannot change his original location. And I think the original location that we're dealing with is 2 Fort. We see it in First Encounter, how it's kind of interesting and unique, but then it stays on 2 Fort. We see it time and time again that he is literally being showcased in 2 Fort, and eventually it gets stuck in 2 Fort. None of these other maps, nothing like that. This entity cannot be contained. So, with that being said, I'm going to join the Discord to see if there's anything else interesting to this. And then that will be it for this live stream. Now, of course, it's going to join. There's 13 members, 14 as of now. It's going to open up Discord currently, so give it a second. It just open it. Open it. And we are going to see if there's anything else interesting on here. Now, of course, this is the last thing that we're doing. And of course, streamer mode is activated. This is ARG related. And something we should mention is I don't see his words. Now, of course, I think there's a way to like see him and everything, but I digress. I'm in the voice. No. Something is ooh, not related at all. Since I'm Tf2Lover, technically, what I think is that people should use the ARG channel for ARG related stuff. Yeah, fair. And I must say, I love this ARG. So, something I do want to mention is the fact, Kisner, that as of right now, we have a bunch of different stuff that is going on. But something is Spy I'm the Awesome part has spoken, apparently being the Tf2Lover dude. And something I do want to mention is the fact, in Kisner, that I actually don't know if I have stream mode enabled. Of course, we're going to disable that just to see what is TF2 official 24 December 2020. Bro, no, I don't think that's we can check that just to see, bro. No. Yeah. This could be him. But I digress. TF2Lover, it doesn't look like there's anything on Discord that's interesting at all. But whatever. So, something I want to state is the fact of case scenario that Tf2Lover for life is definitely a part of this list of interesting ARGs that could possibly go there. Now, there is still some kind of, holes in the story, like the capturing part that makes kind of no sense to me still. I don't understand how the entity got captured not once but twice. I think there needs to be some sort of showcase in order to understand that plot hole. Something else that we have to talk about is the fact of the case scenario, we haven't seen any of the other entities since then. I mean, the only real ones we've seen is the elonging one with the giant sniper one, and then the next one, this guy, like, I can never fucking pronounce it. This guy, with the actual invisible entity type stuff. But besides that, I don't really know what else to say. I mean, there's not a lot of info. It looks like that Spooky is now taken over with the entity as well, which means only bad news for us here. But I don't know what else to say because it's all kind of hard to put it into pieces or words that make sense. And because I'm back after 1 month, I am kind of waiting on more videos, honestly, before I actually decidedly make it. I don't want to make a video and then immediately get, like, thrown under the bus. And of course, this is an evolving fucking series. But I would love to come back next month and re-talk about it. I might make this like a monthly thing. So, hey, developer, video creator, stuff like that, keep posting because next month I'll probably do the same thing and talk about this channel on live until I end up running out of stuff to do. But no, I do want to come back to this channel eventually because I still think that there's still some things that they have in their loops, in their holes, in the creative writing book section. I don't know why I put it like that, but I would love to see this third person. As of right now, we don't really have a lot of information. There's not a lot. I'm not gonna sit there and be like, yeah, dude, yeah, we got this idea. I would love to see this more kind of fleshed out before I make a video, because originally my idea for making this video was, hey, we have this thing. It's trying to steal our friend here, blah, blah, blah. The entity is evil, right? And that was kind of like the idea with it. And Closure was going to end off that with just the ending and then me just kind of recapping what my thoughts were. But I don't really have a lot else to state because there's really not enough in my eyes, in my head. I don't really have enough to kind of really throw out a solid fact. And I would rather like fact check and be like, this is my idea, and slam my fist down and be like, this is what I think what's happening, and be like Barack Obama. And no, it's time for us to shove it up its ass and take this entity away from us and do the cool thing and save Spooky. save the spookers. We must save the spooky in order for this spirit to eat some ass. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to eat its ass, you know. So I don't have enough in my head, of course, to really sit down and be like, this is the video I'm going to create. This is the idea I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to do. You see it? You know, and like squeeze on some nuts or something. I don't know. I really just went out there and just immediately fucked myself. Jesus Christ. I think it's stupid shit. But I also don't want to rush creating a video and then having to make another video within the next time. So, hey, creators or creator or creators of Tf2Lover, if you're watching this live stream and you've made it all the way to the end and you might have some ideas, hey, comment down in the comment section, because yeah, I would love to see it, of course. But my other thing is was I kind of right? And it doesn't have to be yes, it doesn't have to be no, it doesn't have to be an actual like, hey, you're telling me, was I definitely on the path of this entity only being a part, of course, in P1, which is part 1, a part of TF2's worlds? Was it only a part of those worlds that was mainly at? Was this entity not only a part of TF2, but it was not one entity, it was many entities trying to take control? Those are, of course, you can break the fourth wall with my ass. I don't really care. I'm not going to use that sort of information. But when I go to definitely make a video, I would love to get in contact with you to sit down, maybe as like a part 2, to get kind of like the ideas or something behind it. But I digress. This has been Tf2Lover again. And now that we see that this entity is taking control of his other friend, it seems like now we're going to have some very, very interesting parts to this. So I don't have much else. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the stream. I know that I unfortunately ended my spooky time really quickly and very sadly quick. But unfortunately, I've been live streaming for like 4 hours today and I'm really tired. I also have laundry in the fucking washer. Great, go fig. But I want to just state I am in the cahoots of planning out all of next week, and especially this week as well, for the editing and releasing of Horrorween 1 and 2. Or not, sorry, not Horrorween 1 and 2. The creation of the videos for Bugging Buggers. Again, the idea for Spooky Fest, Spooktoberfest, is that I'm going to try getting 4 videos up. Not my plan is to at least have 2. And I'm going to do that in the best way possible, which is creating 1 horror-based video Gmod. I'm going to try doing 2. I haven't really decided yet. I got to pull that up in the side shit. But my idea is that I'm going to create at least 2 horror ones and kind of go from there. Of course, if I don't, I don't. Whatever. I'm not going to give a shit. And then I'm going to make a kind of silly one. My kind of idea is doing click holding as the video that I decided on, because I think it's interesting. And it's really just interesting. It was only like an hour, 30 minutes, but it was still just interesting. And then Gmod horror maps, of course. And maybe some zombie maps or something. I haven't really decided that third one still. But without further ado, thank you guys so much for watching. This has been a fun-ass time playing all of this. Again, Tf2Lover, if you are watching, just remember, I totally want some sort of, like, some sort of idea if my theories are right. Just even if you're like 1, and I'm just like, I knew it! I knew they were bad. Like, but no, seriously though, good job on this. I'm still gonna keep a Kahoot, my Kahoot, Jesus Christ, brain cells. I'm still gonna keep my ears out and eyes out on this. I still love seeing this, and I'm gonna continue to keep making live stream videos on this. Of course, that might not happen. But yeah, for the rest of the people that are here before I end up cutting stream for good today, just because I would like some rest, tomorrow we are going to do Happy Humble Burger Farm, which is in the list. Now, I'm going to try key phrase, going to try and do all achievements. Now that's a bitch because 2 of the achievements is, or sorry, 3 I think, is serving a wrong order. I think it's like 20 fucking times, and I hate that. So the idea is that I'm going to play this game tomorrow at 12 o'clock or 1 and go ahead and completely slam it all out of the ballpark and get it the fuck done and dusted so that we can actually have this. So without further ado, I will be live hopefully tomorrow around 12. If I'm not, I'll be alive about 2 to 4, and then we're going to play it until I either 100% complete it or I complete the game with at least those last 2 or 3 achievements missing, and then I'll just do the rest later on. I can speedrun this game to my knowledge as well, which I have done before, but I don't want to speedrun it because some of the achievements you need to have money, and so the idea is I'm going to try doing the money run guide that I saw on PlayStation when I had got this game originally. So, anyways, without further ado, thank you for joining me. I'm ending stream. I don't really have anything else to run.
I said run, 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 run. Boo.